Hey there, I hope you're having a wonderful day and everything is going your way so far. And keep on going, keep on trudging along, get that money, manifest that money. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, check out my paycheck to paycheck video and get out of it and get on it. Maybe a little rough because you have to stop a few things, but you'll get out if you want to follow that. If not, come up with your own plan. Whatever you like to do. But I'm Cash Bear Mama, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for my old subscribers. Hi, people. And everybody in between. Thank you for the trolls. You know you're getting popular when you get the trolls. So hello, trolls. And whoever else is on the channel, just visiting or whatever. But I wanted to come on here today. You know, I always come in afterwards. There's a reason for my madness. But let me start with the first one. The first one, there are recalls, which is part of my online business too that I do. But I found two of them that may be potentially not good. You know, could cause death or injury. So Allied Air Enterprises, if you bought a furnace from them like Armstrong Air or Air Ease gas furnaces, they may cause, okay, not cause, allegedly, carbon monoxide poisoning hazard. Okay, it may not be yours, but have it checked and see if that could happen. From Bell Sports, they have the helmets, the bike helmets that they use for kids and on bikes or adults. The Giro, G-I-R-O or Giro Merit helmets. They may cause injury, so check on them with Bell Sports. All right, so I'm done with that. So another thing I wanted to come on is that you saw yesterday our May end of the month summary. Yeah, end of the month summary. And I wanted to show you that I kind of questioned whether to show it. That's why it was late coming out. You know, I was going back and forth. Me and the kids were talking, but things were changing around here. And we have to change to fit the times and things that are going on. Because more things are going on in the world. People are stealing, they're robbing, they're breaking in, and whatever. They're able to track you, whether you think they can't track you. And we were thinking that when we go to the bank, you know, or the ATM, we don't go physically to the bank. But when we go to the ATM or whatever to get money out, that, you know, a couple of times we've been looking very hard. You know, I know my kids are black belts. I know that I'm conceal and carry, but who wants to get into that if you don't have to? And even taking a small amount of money, I've had people come just a little too close, okay? Or they're hanging around and you're kind of eyeballing them about what are you going to do. You know, I've had cars follow me home and I pass the house and I keep going, okay? It's not the neighborhood, it's other people. You know, they may not even live in your neighborhood or whatever. We have one physical bank in town and the rest of them are ATMs, and it had gotten robbed this summer. And our police force are like bulldogs anyway. There's only 22 of them and they technically have nothing to do. So it's really dumb to come over here and rob anyway. And the guy had come from another state, had come in, had found the town, and, you know, there was no police officer in there. You know, it's a quiet place to be. Nothing's going on, you know, everybody's cordial. If they're not cordial, they just don't say anything. It's like two people that do that. And you're fine. You know, race is not an issue. Nothing's an issue with this. It's real fun to be here. And the guy had come from out of town. And he had come and he robbed the bank. Got away. Well, the nut decided to come back. Well, see, like I said, our police officers have nothing to do at all. I mean, I'm talking about, these are people that just sit around, they wave, they smile, you know, and everybody, they don't care what color you are. They got different nationalities on the police force that have moved to our town. And they're fine. They're wonderful people to be around. They dress up for Halloween. They pass out candy out of the little cars or whatever they're driving. We bought our taxes, bought them all new cars and all new everything. They're spiffed up to the max, and so they had nothing to do but hang around that bank, right? So that's what they were doing. They were hanging around the bank, and he came back. He got caught. We've had several people come into town from somewhere else. They come in, they were stealing those catalytic converters. They got caught, and they've had 2 shootouts, and they don't play. The people are not walking on this earth anymore because they confronted them. They just, it's like, leave them alone, they'll leave you alone type thing. But every incident has been from somebody coming into town thinking this is an easy mark. It's not an easy mark. You need to stay away. You need to stay away. But I wanted to come on here and tell you about, I put that video out because I wanted you to see how much money is being generated since October, November, when I started taking up these side hustles. When I started, I was probably making like, just being at home and, doing my online stuff, about $4,000 to not even close to $5,000 for, 4 or 5 or something like that. And not doing anything else. Just that was it. And it was not enough income. I never dreamed that I wasn't even thinking about doing a side hustle. All I thought of is, what am I supposed to be doing? What can I do? I can't do anything else, got kids. I can't just go out there and do things. There's nothing on the internet. I'm just think. They put stuff out on YouTube. How you going to do that? You don't have any money, right? You can't, you got to start somewhere. You don't have it. And I had sat there and I said, okay, you got to think of a side hustle or something we can do. And we all brainstorm. The kids, I can do this, I can do that. We just kept brainstorming, and we just kept calling around, what we wanted to do. I said, we need to find something that we want to do. And I said, we may find something we don't want to do, but it's going to be temporary till we pay off all these bills, or we're going to sink. And we just started adding on. Now, the first few months, nothing was happening. By January, December to January after Christmas, it was kicking up, and people noticed, and word of mouth was getting around. Well, I know you can do this with us because I heard you're over there. And things started kicking up in January. And we were more amazed than anybody. It was kicking up that much, but I wasn't expecting it to keep kicking up, which is still kicking up. And it's kicking up. Yes, we had data breach checks because they had breached our checking accounts and stuff from a regular physical bank that had a physical place in another town that I have to drive to. And I left that, and that's why I wound up at Capital. And Capital was on it. I told them what happened, what type of things I wanted in place. My phone company, Verizon, jumped in. I mean, you technically, if Verizon doesn't recognize you, they won't let the call come through. So, I had to tell my relatives, if you got a number that's not with me, you can't call me. It's not even going to ring. It's not even going to let me know. It's like, who is that? No, she didn't authorize you to be in there. So my phones are virtually, they're locked, and I keep them locked. I got certain people, and I tell people when they call me, even if it's businesses and things, what number are you calling me from? If it's the doctor, I got them programmed in so that they can get through. But I wasn't expecting, the kids weren't expecting what we could do. My kids were in school. What are we going to do? Besides, we were having car problems. I told you when I went to the paycheck to paycheck, I had to get another car in order to do some of these things that we are doing. and get started, and going on. And they were going, what can we do, And so they did their little thing. And I said, do things that make you happy. Okay, don't do anything. Let's try not to get you into this. Don't you do anything that doesn't make you happy and that can't generate any income for yourself too, so that you have extra money. And I said, I will take the bun of it. I will take something that doesn't make me happy until I get to where I need to be. So the outcome has come. All of our jobs make us happy. We enjoy them. We actually took on another one because the company asked, can we have another one? Yes, it makes us tired. Yes, blah, 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 blah. But at the end, when we go, maybe we should quit that one and take another step back. And then we look at each other and the kids go, no, never mind. Nope, never mind. And so I put down what we actually made in May. Some people that I talk to, no, don't do that. They don't know all that. The only reason I try to be as transparent as possible on here. I do not want to hear about, you didn't tell us this. When did this happen? Why did you do that? And when I started also, because I didn't understand either, well, I'll tell you that later. But anyway, I just want to be transparent and not sit here and tell a tale and lie and blah, blah, blah. Now, the first thing we decided was it was too many people when we go to the ATM to keep taking money out and walking out with it. I can't do the cash stuffing with people, they're getting close. They're standing there right on it, and I have to tell them back up, and all this stuff. And so that was our first issue starting, and we would go to different ATMs. We wouldn't stay at the same place. We'd go out of town and go to ATM, that type of thing. And I look at the cash stuff and I hear a lot of them saying that, it's scary to go to the ATM. Another problem we got after you do get straightened out, you got a lot of money in the house. Okay, so either you're going to have to condense it and take it back to the bank, or your binders are getting full. Okay, and we were generating a lot of money in the house. Okay, one time I had like 2 months to 3 months worth of income, over $40,000 sitting in the house. Yes, I have a security alarm. Like I told you, yes, I'm conceal and carry. Yes, the kids are black belts. We don't, it's like, okay, yes, the police department is around the corner, but why bother and take the chance and have all this sitting in here? And then I got to go. Then another problem, you got to go to the bank. And, if you put my bank's okay, I have to physically drive through 2 towns to get to the Capital One Cafe and walk through there to get to that ATM because they don't physically have a teller, but I would feel safer for it going straight into Capital's ATM. So I had to drive there, put all this money in there, and stand there for hours because they only take like $200 at a time or something to deposit it. So I'm sitting there going, this is not good. We got all this money. It's ridiculous, So, my kids have their trust fund in another bank, and so I started depositing it there, and then we had to Zelle it out. I started them an extra account, so I could put money in there and Zelle it back to me in the Capital. And, it's only so much you can Zelle. There's only so much you can explain, like, okay, family, da-da-da type thing. And I said, this is getting ridiculous when it could have just kind of stayed in there in the first place. And we wouldn't be going through this. I said, we're going through a lot. And we're we're not at the end of the cash stuffing, but we're at a different place in the cash stuffing. I do recommend that when you start, yes, you need that money in there. You got to learn to pay only for what you need, right? But it was getting ugly. It was getting ugly. And I saw it back in January when that first bump came. And I said, this is getting bad. This is not working. You know, I said, we can't, because then I almost started then thinking of what I was thinking. So I said, this could have just stayed in there. But I said, I was scared of myself too. You know, we are budgeting addicts. We're spending addicts, whether we want to admit it or not. And I was like, that money stays in there. I'm going to start the ATM card. Boom, 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 right? Yeah, it's right here. The ATM card would have been flying like, I don't know what. And I said, I don't want to do that. I'm not ready. You know, I told the kids, I'm not ready. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I'm cured. It's like an alcoholic. It's like, you know, you got money, off you go. And they had told me, they said, we'll work with it. You know, we think we need to nitch this right quick, you know, quickly. So I waited, you know, I got to May, and May was like, okay, you got to stop. Because all this money was just hanging out here in the house. And it was going nowhere. It's just in the binders, in over here, you know. And I do use prop money if it gets too much, and I try to get the rest to the bank quickly. And I do have auto things that go into the different high yield savings. But the other part was just hanging out, having a party, okay, by itself. And I said, this is not working. We got all this money sitting up in here. It's not going anywhere. And I said, I'm tired of putting it in your bank, selling it over, or whatever we need to do. And it was just getting ugly. It was very ugly. So I decided to come on here and tell you that mostly about, now, sometimes I will have real money, but technically, we're doing prop money, and I'm not, you know, when I first started, this is prop money. When I first started, and nobody tells you anything on this cash stuffing community, but I'm going to tell you. So if you ask me a question on there, you know, about the cash stuffing, or what did you do how did you do the cash stuffing or something, I'm going to tell you. If I don't want to do the side hustle thing too much till because some people are going, oh, it didn't work for me. You know, I want to do the steps to the side hustles, because some of them aren't going to work for you because you got to do a certain step to get where you need to go. But I'm using prop money to represent a savings challenges or whatever. Okay, because we just can't have this money in the house. It's just not going to work anymore. We can't keep it in here. I mean, even when I go somewhere to go down the street, you're sitting there worrying. You know, my kids are at home working or whatever. Most of the time, you're sitting there worrying, you know, like, is anything happening? You know, could somebody come from out of town? Could somebody come in town? Could somebody move in town? We had a bunch of scammers twice move into the house next door because it's been empty, and just practically destroyed the house, act like they were part of it. They had bought it. They were and I knew it when they made the mistake of saying they bought it, and I know I know who has built it, you know, and I'm like, he built my house. So I'm sitting there going, no, that wouldn't work. You know, he would have had a for sale sign up there. And then when I called him, he said, nobody's supposed to be in that house. And then it happened again. We had a real bad set then. They didn't care what was happening. They tore the house down practically inside. It's taking him thousands right now trying to refix the house from these scammers. You know, and our police force, they weren't even going through any channels. It's like, it doesn't belong to you, get out. They weren't going through any channels. We got a court down here, you know. It's like, no, not even dealing with it. It's on our laws. We're not get out, you know. And they had come from another town, spotted the house, and there they go. So now the police officers sit by the house all the time till somebody gets in it. They either rent it or buy it. So that's where he's got it up for somebody to have, or rent with option to buy. They can do that too. But I decided to do prop money. No, I'm not selling out. It's just, we got too much money in here. We got too much money generating in here. It's not working anymore. Okay, I will repeat, it's not working. I would love to keep money all in the binders. I will have money like in this that I take. This is the billfold I take when I carry my purse or my little, little George here. Yeah, this, yeah. But otherwise that, I can't keep putting money in here. It's not going to work, and I didn't want to tell you that. But people didn't tell me that in the beginning either. I was on a lot of YouTube channels. I told you, after I got on to the cash stuffing, I was on doing my YouTube channel. I didn't see it before, and I thought everybody's money was real anyway. And all of a sudden, I started looking at some people. Some had made it, some hadn't, and they had prop money. And I said, that money's not real, And so I had messaged a couple of people, and the slogan was, well, they do what they do, and yeah, some people do, and some people cheat. And I was just totally against it, but I didn't realize some of those that I was looking at, they're in my situation. They can't keep that money in the house. Okay, this is just foolish, man or woman, to keep a lot of money in the house. And as long as it's in the bank, I'm not cheating anybody. I got it. It's in the bank. You've seen my accounts every once in a while. And that's where it will stay unless I'm doing my billfolds that I carry around here so that we have cash to pay people, because I don't want to use my ATM card too much. Like I told you, I'm a spending addict. I'm not ready. Okay, the only reason I would use it is I'm taking that out to pay off a bill. So that's what I want to tell you into transparency. So we are moving on from that type of thing. And when you get to that point in your life, just go on and do it. Don't wait about 4 months like I did. I could have did this in January. I was thinking of doing it in January, and I was going, no, don't tell them that. We're not ready. Just keep using your regular money. And it's too much. It's just too much money. But when you get to that point, or you feel like it may be early, because you may be going to an ATM and you don't feel safe. And it may be beginning, and you just come on out and tell them, Budget with Sandy, she started, and I was getting ready. She beat me to the punch. She did it the day or two early, and then I didn't do it yesterday, but I think it was the day before. But it's the same here. I'm not going to do that. It's just the wallets. If I got that cash on me, that I will pull out for me, to put into the wallet, so that if we do take home or whatever, or, my trusty family binder here with the different things in there. Yeah. But I've replaced most of the binders with prop money, and we will be taking the last of the money today into the bank, because we're kind of done doing this, because I worry about the binders type thing. I had a dream. Sandy had a dream about somebody taking the binder. She had the binder thing. I had a dream about somebody breaking in. And I was sitting there going, oh no, when I have dreams, and I don't dream. I dream like when there's danger, or once or twice a year. And it's always something's going on. Something's going to happen. And, maybe a death or something, and then all of a sudden I hear later on something happened. I don't dream every night and remember. I don't even remember a dream or whatever. So, but I have no dreams. I don't remember anything except unless I'm in danger or something. So, that's the way it's going to be. So I'm going to show you this, because I paid off this the other day. It's gone. And this one. And the only thing left right now is our hospital bill, the car, and the house. This is the hospital bill. And if you have a hospital bill, don't sit there and look at it. Put it on payments. You have to call the hospital sometimes. They didn't even tell me about this. You have to call the hospital and ask them, is there a way to pay this off? Do you have a company? And there was another company that I was working with that started paying it off. It started at $4,261.42, and I have it down now to $2,503.52. So we just have three: the car, the house, and that one left. And anything else what I'm going to be working on is making sure the car insurance is paid for a year. Those subscriptions, all of them are paid for a year. I don't want, it's just too much going on with that. You know, I'm still doing the savings challenges. I'll still be here. I just, you know, everything's paid off except those three things. And I told you the house we're working on so we can get out of here in 2 to 3, the most is 4 years. We're betting on 2, 3. Okay, if we push it up now we don't have all this other stuff jumping in the way, so we can just go on with that type of thing. But that's what we're doing, so everybody's kind of settled and we are done with that. So what else did I want to tell you? The giveaway. So if you are interested in the giveaway and you are a subscriber, like and subscribe and put SC, hashtag SCSC, and I will pick a subscriber to receive this book this week. I will mail it out on Friday or sooner if I get out. I got some work to do. Anything else I need to bring up? Happy birthday to my JuneBugs. We have new JuneBugs, so I will copy the list to make sure you know that it's their birthday, or if their birthday has passed, that you still wish them a happy birthday and subscribe to their channels. They are wonderful people. Some people haven't got the message, so if you know that some of the subscribers or somebody that's subscribed to me, you've been talking to them or whatever on my channel, or you're there, and say, did you sign up for the JuneBug? Okay, so anything else we got to cover? I think that's it. And I'm sending somebody some happy mail soon. And that would be Frugality is Life. Okay, so Frugality, send me your address and send me some kind of, marker or something. Tell me something on my email so I know it's you. But Frugality, I got this for you. Very hard to find. And I couldn't find the color, but it's got the envelopes in here. Let me turn this around. Envelopes are still here. It's got budget sheet, hotel, travel hotel, tickets, dining, refreshments, snacks, shopping, miscellaneous, challenge, which is back here. There's also a challenge back here for you. You can do. It's not laminated, but there it is. I listen to people, so other people, if you find something that I'm doing that you want or can't find or whatever, you might get it this month. Put it down in the thing. Like, I really like that, whatever. I listen to you. There's another one going to get something too that I have. I ordered it. It's coming at you. And said something, so I got it ready. Fixed it. There it will be to you soon. I will be contacting you on the channel and telling you I need information to send it to you. Okay. Thank you. Happy birthday to the JuneBugs from the past to the present. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself, and I love you. And everything's going to be all right. We got this, okay? Bye-bye.